everyone, it's Fantayzia. So I wanted to have a little discussion about The Sims 4. I feel like we're in such a mess with The Sims 4, and I was just thinking, this year is the 10-year anniversary. I know a lot of people talk like it's already been 10 years because, we're kind of just already there, but it's not the 10-year mark just yet. It's going to be 10 years in September. So we still got some time, and it just feels like The Sims 4 is becoming more and more of like a dumpster fire while we're approaching the 10-year anniversary. And I don't think it's going to get any better from here. I've been seeing a lot of people say that the reason the game is just becoming more and more broken is because it's been running for so long and the engine is so old. And so I really wanted to talk about that today. I feel like I've touched on it, but honestly, that is so true. And what's even more concerning is the fact that Project Rene is apparently going to be going side by side with The Sims 4. It's going to continue with Project Rene, which we've never seen done before, which again, I've mentioned, that's why I'm concerned that it's not even The Sims 5. We know it's the next generation of The Sims, but will it even be called The Sims 5? If it's not, I don't really know what else they'd call it because we already know it's going to be a life simulation game and just feel like The Sims anyways. We already know this. We've seen early pictures and little videos of it. And it's going to be the same concept as The Sims has been. You're going to be able to get jobs. There's going to be different worlds. We're going to be able to have our Sims house, or they can live in an apartment and they can cook and, do all the things that we can always do in a life simulation game. So I don't see why they would call it something else. But because The Sims 4 is going to be going at the same time, I'm just okay, when have they ever done that? Basically, if it's going to be The Sims 5, that's supposed to mean the previous generation is supposed to end and we're going into a new one. So I don't know what it's going to be called, but this means The Sims 4 is probably going to be going for maybe even up to 12, 13 years. And I feel like it's just going to become more and more broken. I'm honestly very concerned. And I feel like a lot of people right now are so burnt out on The Sims 4, myself included. I've been filming shorter videos because I do still enjoy filming videos for you guys, and I never want to stop doing that. But I'm in this weird state where it's so hard to play right now just because of everything that's been going on. And I feel also when there's a lot of problems with The Sims 4, The Sims just kind of announces something new, or I don't know, they start a Sims 4 sale or something to distract us. That seems what keeps happening. And we also still have bugs that have been going on for years. So yes, they have been releasing patches and stuff that have been fixing some of the newer things going on, but there's still glitches literally dated back to 2019, and it's just why are they never being fixed? And I don't know, it's just such a broken game. The engine, not to mention, is so limited. There's so many things they actually can't do in The Sims 4 because of the engine. And now being in 2024, it just feels such an outdated game, even though they're trying to give us modern content and stuff like that. The actual engine is just so old. You know what I mean? There's so many limitations. And I feel this problem is just going to get worse and worse. And I do have hope that the next generation of The Sims game, the way they're going about it, it's going to be a lot more updated, new engine, all that, that's going to be great. But will it be good? I don't know. Will the actual game be good? I don't know. I do think there's going to be a lot less limitations with the next generation of the game, which I think will be great, but it's just so weird to me that they're choosing to have it continue to go when Project Rene releases. So this year being the 10-year mark for The Sims 4 really has got me thinking that it's so sad because so far 2024 has been kind of a sad start to the year with The Sims 4. A lot of people have stopped playing. I've been getting so many comments from you guys saying you finally gave up The Sims 4 this year. And that just makes me so sad. And you guys, I don't remember the last time I played on my own. And a lot of people might say, oh, you just play for YouTube now, you don't even like the game. That's not true. It's the fact that everything is, I just feel that's one thing after another. And if I was to play on my own, I'd be playing on my other computer that's in my living room. And it's all the mods out there on that computer are all outdated. And it's just exhausting. And there's so many random bugs and glitches. It's just I feel gaming should be peaceful and nice. And it's okay, I only got the energy to record Sims because I don't want to deal with all, you know what I mean? I miss when I could go into my game and it would be problem free. And there'd be nothing going on that was disruptive, and I could have cozy gaming. I really do miss that. And I've been getting this is what I'm saying when I know I still love this game, is because I get these intense cravings to play The Sims 4. When you get those urges like you have like a Sims 4 withdrawal or just Sims withdrawal in general. You know that feeling. I still get that to like play on my own, but then I just don't do it because it feels exhausting. And when I'm talking to you guys, it's so much more fun. It's so much more enjoyable. It gets me to like want to play because I get to talk to you guys too. But like on my own, I don't know. It's just a different story lately. Like I would love to play on my own and then do like current household videos. Oh my God, I miss that era so much. I used to do all these current household videos. I want to go back to that where it just like The Sims felt so peaceful to start up and play on my own and just like unwind. Now it doesn't like feel like that a lot of the times and it sucks, you guys. So I don't know what this year holds. I was like really excited for 2024 with The Sims 4. And you know, with the 10-year mark coming up, like I was like, okay, it's going to be a good year. Like I was ready. And I don't know. The first start of the year has been pretty lackluster, which is okay because I do feel like we needed a break from expansion packs. But it's really weird that it's been so like, you know, slowed down with content in terms of like big content and stuff. Like obviously we got the stuff pack, you know, we're getting 2 new kits, but obviously it's, you know, very small pieces of content instead of like bigger game packs, expansion packs, massive updates. Like, you know, like we already got infants, like nothing like that has happened so far this year, like big game changing stuff. But then we're having like the most problems we've ever had. I don't understand that. Like guys, I know ever since For Rent, like the game got pretty broken, but I don't know. I don't know how like we're still here, how like content has been so much slower for this first quarter, but then it's like problem after problem after problem and like all these glitches not getting fixed and then like an e-patch releasing, but then like it only half fixes one of these huge problems that have been happening. And like I cannot tell you how many times I've had to go and like fix Sims as well, which I thought was only due to mods, but then I found out like it's been happening to people who don't even use mods, like they're on console and they can't even use mods, where Sims faces are just all of a sudden like becoming deformed. Like there's just so many things and it's like, do I want to deal with that when I'm playing on my own and trying to just relax gaming? No. Like at least when I'm recording for you guys, it's bringing me joy to like talk with you guys and stuff like that, right? So I don't know, like I can understand why a lot of people are letting go of The Sims 4 if you play it just for like your own relaxing time, because it's not relaxing anymore. It's stressing you out. Like, no, you don't want to do that when you come home from work or school or whatever, because your game is just annoying you. And I don't know what they're going to give us for the 10-year mark, but it's like, why do I'm worried. I'm worried that it's going to be like so underwhelming, because for a lot of the anniversaries, they are very underwhelming. And I feel like a lot of people are still like really excited for the 10-year anniversary because it's 10 years, it's a decade. Like I feel like there should be something big, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm definitely losing hope for that. And then I feel like if we do get something big, it's going to break the game. And so that's another concern that I have. Like I would love for them to drop like preteens on us or something, but it's like, okay, at what expense? What is that going to cost us? Is our game gonna go haywire? Like, I don't know. How many of you guys are still having issues since Infants release? Because, I mean, I didn't really have many issues with Infants, but a lot of people have. Like, a lot of people have said they've been having disappearing moodlets all the way back since Infants, which was crazy to me because I thought that was like a newer glitch. Moral of the story, I'm just like really concerned with the future for The Sims 4. I know I've been doing lots of videos on the bugs and glitches, but like also the future, I'm just like really, really concerned on where this is going and how they even see this playing out for like another couple of years. I don't even understand. I've been having like a prediction that Project Rene is going to release in 2025. A lot of people think the same, which would make sense, especially if they're saying The Sims 4 is going to be continuing at the same point. I feel like, okay, like it has to be 2025 then, because it's not like they're going to run The Sims 4. Well, I don't know. I was going to say it's not like they're going to run The Sims 4 till like 2027, but maybe they will. That sounds so weird. 2027. What the heck? But I don't know. Maybe it will still be going. And I'm just like, how long can they do that? And you know, I often think way back, like 5 years ago now, actually being so excited, being like, oh my God, it's almost time for The Sims 5. Like The Sims 4 has been going for almost 5 years now. Like it's almost time. It's almost time. And like back then, a lot of people were like, no, like I don't want The Sims 5. Like I'm not ready for that. And I was confused because I was like, I was always that person that I was just like, wait, but it's always been a 5-year gap. How come people like don't want it now and like they want The Sims 4 to go longer? And like that was a really confusing time for me because like I was so ready and like some people were with me on that, but then like a lot of people were like, no, like I just don't want them to go with The Sims 4. There's still so much missing. And I feel like now looking back, okay, I get it. Like, yeah, 5 years ago, we were missing a lot of stuff, but how are we still missing a bunch of stuff? How are we still, like, you know what I mean? Like, this game is never going to be what we want. Like, it's just not. For some people it is. The Sims 4 is actually one of my favorites. So I'm saying that with like, you know, a love for the game. What I mean by that is like, it's never going to be like what we're hoping in terms of like, you know, corners not being cut and like, you know, expansion packs are getting smaller and smaller and, you know, more packs are being milked and, you know, like they started doing kits. Like we're getting these smaller little pieces of content. Like it's never going to be like what we hoped The Sims 4 would be, even though we have officially finally got things like infants that we wanted for so long. And like, yeah, it's become a game that I grow to love more and more in those type of ways, but it's also become a game that's just like a whole mess and like so stressful to even think about sometimes. And then we have the EA app problem. The EA app is so broken, and honestly, I'm just like, are they going to use the EA app for Project Rene? Like, I'm assuming yeah. And like, I'm just like, oh my god, is the EA app even going to be fixed by then? Like, so many people are still having so many problems, and like even simmers who like on YouTube who need to record videos, like the EA app is just not working. It's like, hey, how are they supposed to record then? I don't know. That's a whole mess. But yeah, like I think back then, like a lot of people didn't want The Sims 5 yet because yeah, there was still a lot of things that we needed for The Sims 4. And, you know, people just wanted them to keep improving The Sims 4. But now, 5 years later almost, in September, it'll be 5 years later from that point. Look where we're at. Yes, we got some content that we wanted so badly, but we're still here. We're still dealing with this mess that we were dealing with back then. We're still dealing with things that are so broken that we were dealing with back then, if not worse. And I just think with an engine this old, like it's not gonna get any better at this point. It was kind of similar with The Sims 3. The Sims 3, I feel like now looking back, I'm like, oh my god, we were blessed with The Sims 3. Yes, it got laggy and stuff, and you know, I feel like they left the game kind of broken, but you can still go back and play it, and honestly it's not that bad. Like it's really not. It's really freaking not, which is crazy. So yeah, people thought that were bad, and now we're here. I think they're gonna leave The Sims 4 like way more broken. Like I think it's just gonna be broken beyond repair by the time they're done with it, like to be honest. I also think there's way too many packs. Like we've all talked about this, but it's like no wonder there's so many bugs and glitches. There's like too many packs to keep up with. Like, and if someone has all the packs, yeah, you're going to be experiencing a lot of different bugs and glitches because it's just too much content. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. At least with The Sims 3, there was like a reasonable amount of content. Yeah, you get bugs and glitches, but I feel like the Sims team could keep up with it and like repair those bugs and glitches. To me, it's just crazy to have like any game that usually has like multiple generations going for like 10 plus years. I feel like at that point, like you need to move on to the next one, not just because of like people are bored, but because like you're going to reach a point where the game is so broken. It's so old. Like, you know what I mean? I want you guys to comment down below how you're feeling about The Sims 4 right now. Is it harder to play now? Have you completely given up on it? Do you want to play so badly and you try to and it's just all these problems are happening and it just stresses you out more than it gives you enjoyment, basically? I want to know. I also saw a comment that kind of like inspired me to do this video, to be honest. I'm gonna actually go ahead and pop it up on the screen here. So this comment reads, as of now, The Sims 4 will be one of those games people will forget about when Project Rene is done. Unlike The Sims 3 that just keeps hanging around, does EA really think that they can keep Simmers quiet / happy by releasing more packs, more kits, rather than fix what's broken? The boredom and constant bugs are stifling. I'm nearly done. This really stood out to me because it is so true. I do think The Sims 4 is going to be one of those games you might not think it now, but if they release Project Rene and it's actually good, okay? Like if they do it right and it's fun, I'm sorry, the amount of people who are going to forget about The Sims 4 is going to be astonishing. Like, and it is so true. People still go back to The Sims 3 and The Sims 2, even The Sims 1, and that's pushing it. But like, yeah, people do go back to that. But The Sims 4, yeah, I really do see it being that game. And that breaks my heart because like the amount of memories, I've actually made the most memories with The Sims 4 than any of the games because the entirety of The Sims 4 I've been making YouTube videos and I just feel like it's made me explore the game even more. I've done a crazy endless amount of Let's Plays. I don't know, just the memories that have been made are there forever, like on my YouTube channel. You know, like I didn't make Let's Plays yet with The Sims 3 and yeah, I played it for years and it's like a huge part of my teenagehood too. And then The Sims 2 is like a huge part of my childhood. And I remember things and you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be in my brain forever. Like it's such a huge part of my life, but it's just different with The Sims 4. Like, I don't know. So it just makes me really, really sad that, you know, the reality is a lot of people will just pick up on Project Rene if it's good and just carry on and just leave The Sims 4. And I get comments all the time, even from people saying like as soon as Paralives releases, they are letting go of The Sims 4. And you know, at first I would take that as like, why do you have to pick one? Why can't you just play both? But now I get it. They're tired. They're so tired, and it's like, they're just going to be so excited to have something that works. And it's like, why would you want to go back to something that's causing you so much annoyance? You know what I mean? So like, I completely get it. Like, I don't even think they're saying that out of hate or anything. They're tired. So anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. I just wanted to really talk about this like in depth because yeah, like I said, I've been doing videos on the bugs and glitches specifically, like talking specifically about the glitches and bugs that are happening. But I really just wanted to like dive into this little discussion like podcast style video here and just like really talk about how I'm feeling. And don't worry, I'm not going to stop making videos on The Sims 4. I've definitely considered like recording other games sometimes, but it just doesn't feel right. Like this, I don't know, like I'm a Sims channel. So I feel like if I was to do other videos, it would be like The Sims 2 or something like that. And that's also what makes me so sad. Like I almost can't bring myself to record other games because it just feels weird. Like, I don't know. Recording Sims videos feels like my home. And yeah. Anyways, you guys, I'm talking forever. I'm gonna get all emotional now. Like, what? But yeah, let me wrap this up. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.